Hello from Tokyo! Today I'm going to reuse this canvas which I've painted black, and I'm going to swoosh on all the paints at once like my previous painting and then do balloon smashes. So that's the black paint there, and then I'm reusing some of these from previous paintings. There's the pastel blue, probably won't use the yellow, turquoise green, maybe gold, but I'll definitely use the silver and the iridescent white, and actually that's pearl white. And for the middles of the flowers I will use lilac and pearl violet, so I'm not going to use the rest of the colors on that tray. The black base, the pale blue, and the turquoise green has been mixed with 70% clear PVA and 30% water. And the other colors have 10% Floetrol in them to make them a little bit thicker. So this is how thin the base is. It went a bit too thin almost this time. So usually I like it a little bit thicker. So let's lay down the black base and spread this out. And once the sides have also been painted and fixed and all the air bubbles have been torched out, it's time to swoosh on the colors. I totally forgot I put titanium white here first, and then the light blue, the pale blue, and then the turquoise green. And then I'll be adding a little bit of silver here. And then I'll put some more white paint on top. So it's actually got a lot of paint this time. I was trying to make sure that I don't pick up too much of the black underneath. And then on the sides only I am putting the pearl white, because that should blow out quite nicely. Yeah, so here we start blowing out the paints before balloon smashing. Now, I've been doing this for quite some time, so I have no problem with blowing this all out with my mouth. But if it's too much, please do try using something else like a straw or even a hairdryer. And now here we go with the first balloon smash. So let's see. Yes, it's left a lot of the paint, which is great. This next one is closer, half on the black, half on all the colors. So you'll probably see more color come off. Yeah, it still looks nice with all the pearl white kind of spread out and shimmering there. I'll be adding color to the middle of the flowers later, but I like to dab the center. It kind of groups everything into like a focal point. So yes, and please use gloves if you have any allergies. And also it gets very messy, especially with the black base, as you will see my fingers later. If you're interested in trying out this technique of balloon smashing to create flowers, I think swooshing on all the colors first, like this painting, is much faster and very easy, so it could be a good way to start. I'm actually really liking this simple color combination, not too much variety in color, and just that pop of the turquoise green coming through. It's very nice. It's almost time for me to fix the middles. I'm quite happy with this painting by just really keeping it simple. I have to confess, for some reason there, my camera moved. I don't know what happened. It just moved. So sorry, the rest of this painting is going to be done with it kind of stuck on one side of the screen. To fix the middles, I usually put some paint on my finger or on the end of a toothpick or a dotting tool like this one, and then apply them to the center. This is pearl violet and then lilac, and then I'll center it again with my fingers, and I'll repeat this process several times. So you're just seeing a little clip of it here. You can see how messy my fingers are, so please use some gloves if you don't want your nails to be dirty. So let's have a look at the wet finish, and let's go closer in, and we'll see that the pearl violet, you can't see the color yet because it's white until it dries, but the lilac is looking really nice against the turquoise green, and I'm loving that. The smokiness of the pearl white, really pretty. And the centers look really cool. I just love the way the petals look so natural, and you just achieve that with the balloons, you know? Now somehow I've achieved these stripes or strips of turquoise within the white petals. It's really cool. I'd like to be able to achieve that in all of the flowers. That's a technique to work on. That middle looks really lovely, almost like a butterfly within the center. And I really like all this kind of haziness that you get from the pearl white, which is what I wanted to achieve. So there we have it. Very nice. I did use a lot of paint, as you saw when I swooshed it down, and the base was very thin. I think I would make it thicker next time, because now we're outside to have a look at the dried finish of the painting, because you can see the colors better out here. And there is some cracking. You can see a little bit of cracking, and that could be because I put too much paint on, but I also think it's because the base was too thin. It's still gorgeous. I love how the pearl violet has dried as well. It's got closer to the lilac color, and you can see I added a tiny bit of turquoise to the petal there to make it more defined. I'm loving the pearl white. I really recommend using that against any dark background if you want this sort of smoky look. Let's have a look at it from the horizontal orientation. See, it was so easy to do, right? I think anybody can give this a go. Yes, the consistency of the paint is something you might have to experiment with depending on what glue you're using, or if you're using just Floetrol or just water. Now, I haven't tried it with just water. I don't know if it will stick well, actually. So I would recommend using some glue and water mix, or just Floetrol. And but the thinner it is, the more dainty and delicate the petals become, for sure. So I hope you enjoyed the painting today. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I hope you will give this a go as well, and let me know how it goes in the comments when you do, and see you in the next one. Bye!